3 things I learned since I moved to Jamaica. Number 1, this is not America, okay? Jamaica culture is not American culture. One thing I had to learn, I had to leave that American shit in America. The laws are different. The culture is different. The only thing American about Jamaica is the cost of living. And don't get me started about cost of living, okay? Everybody think, oh, I'm gonna go to live in Jamaica and live abroad and it's gonna be so cheap, babes. Think of it like this, like inflation has hit other places too, and inflation definitely hit Jamaica. And a lot of the things that are here, products sold and things, are all imported in. With import is customs. And this leads to my last point, okay? If you're moving here and you're gonna send things down like furniture and all that, be prepared to give your whole wallet to customs. The whole thing. Let's try this girl though. Excuse my manners, okay? But I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I ship my stuff down, my grandma warned me. She said, baby, you just better off go ahead and buy everything you need here. I said, no, grandma, it's okay. $6,000 later. And I only shipped like barely even a 1 bedroom's worth of furniture and things. Like, yeah. Just don't do it, okay? Unless the wallet is fat, okay? Okay. Other than that, I love Jamaica. And I'll be honest, I was not expecting to like it this much because the humidity, we're not friends, but the people, all love. All love. I love my peoples, okay? Bye, y'all.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Edwin's Commentary. If you have not subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like and also comment. Today we are talking about something that is happening more and more. Many black Americans are choosing to leave the United States and start a new life in Jamaica. At first, some people think they are moving because of the beauty, beaches, warm weather, or relaxed lifestyle. But after listening to their story, we learn that the real reason is much deeper. Many say they are tired of stress, pressure, and the fast pace of life in America. They want peace, better mental health, and stronger community. In this video, we will look at why so many people are making these life-changing decisions, the challenges they face, and whether Jamaica is really the fresh start they are looking for. Let's get into it, then I'll come back with more commentaries.
Freedom is finally being somewhere that reminds you you are never, ever, ever supposed to do life alone in the first place. I didn't realize how disconnected from life and nature I had become until I relocated to Jamaica. And I don't mean disconnected from people or social media. I mean disconnected from me, from my own body, from quiet, from nature, from rest. Before I moved here, my life in the United States felt like constant stimulation, a lot of noise, a lot of pressure, a lot of traffic, a lot of stress. So after a while, I stopped noticing what that did to my nervous system because everybody around me was living the same way, basically. Like stress became culture, overworking became normal, and being constantly tired also became normal. And as a woman, you know, we're praised for surviving things that never should have become our normal in the first place. So I just kept pushing and kept doing, even when my body was struggling, even when stress started showing up physically. You know, I already told you my left eye would become inflamed during stressful periods, and eventually that became part of my autoimmune diagnosis. But at that time, I still treated my body like something to override instead of something to listen to because it wasn't that bad. But then I came here, and for the first time in a long time, I noticed life again. It wasn't about productivity or performance. It was just life. It was the sound of rain on a zinc roof. It was trees that were loaded with fruit, goats in the road, the breeze at night, cooking meals intentionally and slower from scratch, watching my animals move through the yard, and people stopping to actually talk instead of rushing past each other with a fake "how you doing" and really not caring. And I know some people romanticize island life, so I'm not saying that it's perfect here. But what I am saying is that this place forced me to slow down enough to realize how overstimulated I had been for years. I had gotten so used to stress that peace almost felt uncomfortable at first. And that's how deeply survival mode can condition us. I think a lot of us are living disconnected from natural human rhythm. We wake up and grab our phones. We don't rest. We don't breathe deeply. We don't spend time outside. We barely sit with our own thoughts. And then we wonder why so many people are anxious, exhausted, and inflamed. The human body was never meant to operate under constant pressure without consequence. So being here in Jamaica reminds me that healing is not always some dramatic transformation. Sometimes it's very ordinary. Air, sunlight, food, real food, sleep, stillness, community. But survival and living are not the same thing. Thank you for listening. Love, health, and wealth.
I'm 25 years old. I'm a CNA in the U.S. and I'm building a house in Jamaica, and I'm leaving the U.S. in December of this year and moving to Jamaica permanently.
I gotta come back and tell y'all this little story, right? I have to tell y'all this little story. So, I'm living in Jamaica as an expat, right? Y'all see this hair? I decided when I turned 50 that I wasn't gonna dye my hair no more. I have been gray since I have been born. I've had this gray spot right here since I was born, and all the rest of this shit came in my 20s, right? I mean, like early 20s, like 21, I had gray hair. And I started dyeing it when I got about 30. It used to be exotic when I was younger, and I started dyeing it when I got about 30 years old. And at this big age of 51, my hair was black, and I had to dye it, and only the edges would turn gray. So I decided when I turned 50, I wasn't dyeing my shit no more. So I don't fucking dye it. Yeah, I wear wigs a lot. Not because I don't like the gray hair. It's because I don't like doing my fucking hair. I don't like... That's why I locked it, because I've never worn my natural hair since I've probably been 25 years old. I've always had braids, weave. I just started wearing wigs. I ain't never wear wigs in my life, but I guess at this big age, it's time to wear wigs, because that's what wigs is for, old bitches. But you young bitches need to leave it alone. So I be trying to fuck with them, but I love my hair. I love my hair. I love my hair. I love my hair. So anyway, I'm just looking at it. So I thought I'd talk about it. But what I do want to talk about is living in Jamaica is such a gem. It's a very rare experience, right? So I live in Uptown. I live between downtown and Uptown. I live like by Halfway Tree. I live by Devon's house, if y'all know where that is. Real close to an area called New Kingston. Like, that's what I do. I love the ghetto because I'm from the ghetto, but I also don't want to go to another country and live in the ghetto because I'm not from Kingston, so it doesn't make sense that I go mingle and rock around. Some places, like if I walk to the grocery store, which I love to do because for whatever reason I love to be around people. Like I can go... Anyway, I gotta take off my jewelry. I can't walk with my little jewelry on because they snatch chains. Like I ain't even pressed about the cost of the chain. This chain has sentimental value. One of my girlfriends died. I have her tattoo right here of leukemia, and she was 10 years older than me. And back in the day, I used to go with her when she had this jade on, which is called a lifesaver. That's what we call it. And well, I call it. She had a jade lifesaver on, and I used to go with her. We used to go out and boost, because yes, I used to be a booster, and go do little strange shit for her change. And she used to go, for change, and she used to go make payments on her necklace while I was just trying to survive. So when she passed, I went to a big Chinese jewelry store, and I just paid for it. Like I paid a couple $1,000s for the whole ensemble. It's 24 karat. This one is, not this one. And you know, that was my remembrance of her. That was the way I remember her, and it made me feel like an adult because I remember she made payments on it, and we was hustling to get the payments. Well, we was hustling for different shit. I was hustling to feed my kids. And
hello, as you know, I'm leaving the U.S. and I'm moving to Jamaica in December of this year, which is about 6 months. So much to do. But I wanted to give you guys an update. We are clearing out the property, some parts of the property for the animals that we're gonna have, but also for the plants that we're gonna be growing. We're gonna grow okra, callaloo, and things like that to sell produce, fresh produce. So we're just clearing out the property, but also we want to have a nice front yard that looks, you know, nice. We paid for 6 hours, which is about $350, which is pretty good, I think. I don't know, y'all tell me. But it looks nice. So this was a before picture of the overgrown, kind of like what it looks like overgrown. And then this is what it looks like now that we're clearing everything out. It's looking good. It's coming together. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see it in person. I can't wait to show you guys in person. All of this hard work is going to pay off. It's going to look amazing. Thank you guys for the ones who leave positive comments and who are cheering me on. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm so excited. I don't know.
I moved to Jamaica thinking I was highly independent. Baby, I wore independence like it was going out of style. I used to say things like, oh, I got it. I'll figure it out. I don't need nobody. That was me. Because in the United States, struggling alone is just kind of a natural thing. You could be carrying 47 million emotional bags, 14 jobs, stress, anxiety, and, you know, it's still just whatever. And somebody will still say to you, yes, sis, you're so strong. Meanwhile, you are one eye twitch away from a collapse. But moving to Jamaica started exposing me a bit because people here, they really help each other. And I wasn't prepared for it. Not to say they don't in the US, don't get me wrong, but they really do in Jamaica. I remember somebody asking me, who I didn't know, if I ate. And I immediately got suspicious. I was like, what? Like, what's the catch? Why are you concerned about my nutrition, ma'am? Because in the US, if somebody randomly helps you too fast, your first thought is, what do they want? What's the catch? But here, people will literally stop and reason with you for 30 minutes like they don't have anywhere else to be. Meanwhile, my American brain still times conversations. Horrible. Like, okay, this was beautiful, but aren't we all supposed to be rushing somewhere? Apparently not. And another thing, Jamaicans will ask personal questions quick. There's no, I shouldn't say manners because it's not like they lack manners because they're very mannerable. It's more, I don't know, they're just very inquisitive. Like, are you married? Where's your family? How long are you staying? Do you cook? And I'm like, ma'am, I just met you 14 seconds ago. But over time, I started realizing something. A lot of what I called independence was just really survival mode. Because when you come from environments where everybody is overwhelmed, overworked, and stressed, you learn to just depend on yourself. And you stop expecting help. You stop expecting softness. And you stop expecting community everywhere. Everything becomes handle it yourself, fix it yourself, carry it yourself. But island life has been teaching me that life feels lighter when people actually show up for each other. And honestly, I think Americans are so used to hyper independence that some of us don't even know how to relax into being cared for anymore. We think accepting help means we're not capable or weakness. Meanwhile, Jamaicans out here borrowing seasoning, sharing mangoes, checking on neighbors, talking to strangers, and building community early in the morning. And I'm over here still saying, no, I got it. Jamaica is teaching me that there is strength in community too. Not just survival, not hustle, not just carrying everything alone. And maybe real freedom isn't proving you don't need anybody. Maybe real freedom is finally being somewhere that reminds you you are never, ever, ever supposed to do life alone in the first place. Once again, thanks for listening. Love, health, and wealth. Peace.
I'm 25 years old. I'm a CNA in the US and I'm building a house in Jamaica and I'm leaving the US in December of this year and moving to Jamaica permanently. And a question that people ask me in my personal life is, what if it doesn't work out, girl? What if shit hits the fan? Like, what if it just doesn't work out? And I'm like, listen, I'm already an overthinker, so yes, it's true. Like, of course, there are doubts in the back of my mind, but I will say I'm an overthinker. I plan for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I always try to have backup plans and ideas for if, something was to happen, God forbid. But yes, I always try to just think of other ways. It has to work out. I want it to work out. This is what I really want to do, and I'm gonna make it work. When there's a will, that's right. There's a way, baby. That's right.
Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you have just watched that full video. Life in America became too stressful. Many of the people who moved to Jamaica said life in the United States left like a never-ending race. Every day was about working harder, earning more money, paying bills, and trying to keep up with everyone else. They said they were always busy but never truly happy. The noise, traffic, crowded cities, and constant pressure made them feel tired, both physically and mentally. Some even said they forgot what it felt like simply relax. Instead of enjoying life, they felt like they were only surviving. That is why they started looking for somewhere different. Jamaica offered a slower way of living. When they arrived in Jamaica, many people immediately noticed the slower pace of life. They wake up to birds singing instead of traffic. They spend more time outside enjoying nature instead of rushing through every day. They learned to slow down and appreciate simple moments. Many say they finally had time to breathe again. They discover that success is not always about working longer hours. Sometimes success means having peace of mind. That was one of the biggest reasons they chose Jamaica. The strong sense of community. Another thing that surprised many newcomers was the kindness of local communities. In America, many people become used to handling everything by themselves, but in Jamaica, neighbors often know each other well. People check on one another, they share food, they offer help when someone is struggling. Many newcomers said this changed the way they looked at life. They realized that true happiness often comes from human connection. Instead of feeling alone, they felt like they belonged somewhere. That feeling became one of the greatest rewards of living on the island. Jamaica is not a perfect paradise, however. Moving to Jamaica is not without challenges. Many people think island life is very cheap. The reality is different. Imported products can be expensive. Food prices sometimes increase because of inflation. Customs fee on imported goods can also be very high. Some people were surprised by the cost of living. Others had to adjust to different ways of doing business and different culture expectation. Living in another country always requires patience and careful planning. The people interviewed said another thinking about moving should first understand both the advantage and the challenges. Finding a new definition of success, one of the strongest message in this video is about changing the meaning of the success. Many people spend years chasing money, promotion, and expensive lifestyle, but after moving to Jamaica, they realized those things did not always bring happiness. Instead, they found joy in spending time with family. They enjoyed peace, morning. They appreciated nature. They valued friendship and strong community. Some even said they finally felt free for the first time in many years. Their success was no longer measured by how much money they earned, it was measured by how peaceful their lives became. A decision that required careful planning. Even though many people found happiness in Jamaica, they also agreed that moving to another country should never be a quick decision. Finding a home, understanding immigration rules, managing finances, and learning local customs all take time. People should visit the countries first before making a permanent move. They should also have enough saving and a clear financial plan. Good preparation makes the transition much easier. Jamaica's unique lifestyle. Jamaica offers something that many people around the world are searching for. It has beautiful nature sceneries, friendly community, a rich culture, delicious food, world famous music, and a lifestyle that encourage people to slow down and enjoy life. While every country has its own problems, many newcomers believe Jamaica gives them something they could not easily find elsewhere: peace of mind. For them, that is priceless. The story shared in this video remind us that success means different things to different people. For some, success is earn more money. For others, it is waking up every day feeling calm, healthy, and connected to the people around them. Jamaica may not be perfect, and moving there comes with challenges. But for many black Americans, the island has become a place where they can slow down, heal, and enjoy life in a different way. Now, we should like to hear from you. Do you think peace is more valuable than money? Would you ever consider moving to another country for a better quality of life? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss another update of our video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.